memorabilia from these days is we used to get these when we did the Liffey descent, and these, you got these and you sewed them onto your kit bag, and it showed that you were a proper canoeist. This is from the Millennium Liffey descent, 1988, and we, myself and maybe Frank Ducker and Joe Hill and John Reedy, were probably the first homegrown canoeists to do the leadership course.
Oh, I remember that.
Now, in those days, before grade inflation became a thing, being a leader was quite a thing. You had to,
and your instructor was above leader.
It's kind of the equivalent of an instructor now, but that's my original leadership badge and my certificate, signed in 1980.
Wow.
But there were leaders in the club before us, but we were the first homegrown leaders who had learnt their canoeing in the club, and subsequently a lot of people, did the leadership course.
Later on. I mean, a lot of us, the unsung heroes were the training officers. I don't know if they're called safety officers now or what, but it was the guys. They were the guys who trained us. Donal Lynch was great. No, remember Jeremy Heenan? Jeremy Joe. Jesus Christ.
Jeremy Heenan.
Jeremy joined the Navy. He did electrical engineering, and after becoming completely kind of compartmentalised in the Navy, he went off and became a brother or a priest. Brother. He's a Capuchin. He's a heart of gold, a lovely fella. But he was would have been quite a strict instructor in those days.
Well, I remember bringing him down to the Red Strand one day, and the surf was huge, and he kept going out and out and out until eventually he was afraid to come in. We thought we would never see Jeremy again. We did eventually, but Jeremy,
tough little cookie.
Oh, he was a tough cookie. There were a lot of sea canoeing trips. The first one was this trip to Kinsale, where we stayed in the VEC and we had instructions. But subsequent to that, we went to the Blaskets. We went all around the Blaskets.
Sharkin Island, Cape Clare.
I remember the North Monastery boys had a connection with Brother Alfie Byrne, who had a house on Long Island. And we used to go down to Long Island, and we'd carry a boat behind us, a spare boat behind us with briquettes and turf and food, and drag it out, and the phosphorescence in the water. And the funny thing was, when we got to that house, we had to get the key from one of the houses on the pier. And they never questioned why the brothers were bringing so many women out to Long Island.